New York streets will kill us a walk like Pistol Pete and Pappy Mason.
Hello everyone and welcome to episode 6 of WOLFCAST. I'm your host Paulina, the AStuCo president, and today we're joined with the man of many talents, Coach Utku. Welcome.
Thank you for having me here.
Sure, of course. Could you give a brief introduction to yourself and your career?
Yeah, definitely. I am from Turkey, and I started to play basketball since 8 years old, and this is how my story started. After that I became a professional player, and I played in one of the biggest clubs in Turkey, in Beşiktaş. And then after many years playing in this club, I moved to Lithuania to play abroad, and it was almost 10 years ago, and that's how I ended up here. And I never leave the country because I like Lithuania actually, and I graduated my university here as well. And after that, doing a master and as well as my own business, and I have been still doing my own business here, and at the same time started to get a good relationship with the American school here, and here I am today.
So, about your personal career, what would you say are the biggest differences between the basketball culture in Turkey and in Lithuania?
Well, there are two different styles of playing in Turkey and here. In Lithuania people are playing so fast, and it was very different and challenging for me to adapt actually in the beginning. But I'm happy that I tried this path in my life, and it was good to meet with lots of people, lots of friends, new opportunities here. And in Turkey we had different basketball system, and comparing, I am happy that I ended up in Lithuania, and I'm still playing basketball, of course now doing another football, another sports and so on. I'm trying to be active still in the sports, and that's why I am so happy to be involved with the American school, and I'm trying to give my experiences to the young people around me and working out with them, having practices with them. So 3 years ago we started to have a friendly assisting thing with the basketball in the school, and in the years coming by we just I'm happy that I am more involved in the coaching and basketball in the school, so that's why it was very nice to meet with all these young talents here, to play with them, to play against them. It was fun. They were pushing me as well, so it was a nice experiences.
So what were some of the challenges you faced once you became a coach?
Being a player and being a coach, it's a completely different side of this sports. When I was first coaching, it was a great experience for me to understand the different side. And when I became a coach, I realized that I need to understand the players' mentality, how they are thinking, what are their emotions, and try to understand and try to create empathy with them. And I understand how to bring what I want to explain by showing and being a patient, and it was the most important thing that I realized when I became a coach.
Why do you think it's important for especially younger people to get into sports?
The most important thing, I guess, you need to love what you are doing. Of course, in all the things you need to love what you are doing. But the thing that if you are in sports, you need to understand that this is a tough path, especially if you want to play in some high level or in some level even. You need to be disciplined. You need to be ready for the challenges, because there are lots of challenges on the way. It's not gonna be easy path, especially if you want to achieve something in the basketball or football or any sports that you want to be involved. So that's why you need to be patient. You need to work so hard, and you need to be ready for all this hard work. It's not easy, but it's enjoying. When you like what you're doing, you will really enjoy.
Is there any moment in your professional career that you think back to a lot, or maybe tell your players about?
Well, there are many moments that I like in my career, but one of my game-changing moments was when I was a youth teams player, in my hometown team, and I had a great season, and at the end we had a good tournament in the Turkish championship, and it was a moment that we succeeded pretty good results, and after that year I was able to be selected to play in Beşiktaş team, and it was one of the privilege for me to be part of such a big club, and it was a very nice moment that I can't forget, that how it was important each game to play as a fresh new starts, and game after game I succeeded to play in one of the biggest club of Turkey, and yeah, I was a hard worker always in this field, but yeah, this was the moment that I cannot forget, that I had a great tournament, and at the end of the tournament I received an offer to play in a good club. So yeah.
And how do you think the kind of basketball culture has changed since when you were a young player in high school and versus now seeing it as a coach?
Well, nowadays basketball, and let's say 10 years ago basketball, it's completely different. It's a more active basketball style at the moment, as we can notice from the professional divisions when you are watching. There were big guys in my time that is tall, quite heavy ones, and they were always under the baskets. Nowadays everybody is more, flexible positions. There is no centers. Everybody is tall. It's completely different. That's why it's very active and very fast moving basketball at the moment. So this is the most biggest changes that I could say at the moment, and before how it was. Okay. From the basketball.
Can you share about the items that you've brought?
Yes, I brought this thing which is very important in my life. It's a small medal, and that time they gave us in a very good presentation, and this was the moment that this tournament, I had a very great tournament, and as a team we succeeded in the top 3 positions in this Turkish national championship. And after next year I was offered to play in Beşiktaş, so that's why I cannot forget, and I always carry it. This was the beginning of my story in basketball, and that's why I always carry with me wherever I go to live, let's say. Yeah, so that's why I brought it from Turkey. And basketball was always my life, because I started 1999, 8 years old, and it was a big earthquake in Turkey. And my family decided to put me to basketball, being busy with the sports after the trauma, because it was a pretty big one. And then I never stopped playing, and it brings a lot to my life, to my network. I still try to be involved, even nowadays, in basketball and sports, always. So yeah, that's why it's important.
Okay. And what is your favorite Iron Wolves memory?
It's actually a recent tournament that we've been with the high school basketball team in Riga, which we went to CISA high school tournament in Riga, and it was a great moment. It was a great tournament. We had a great team, and the guys were pushing their limits, and we were playing against the home team in the finals, and the final game, and previous day we lost this team in the game, and final against them, it meant a lot to everyone, and the home crowd, people are chanting for the home team, and we are away team, and the game was head to head, and the last 40 seconds or something, I remember, or 20, I don't know in this moment, but we got the position, the game was tie, and the ball came to Leon, and Leon shoot this mid-range shot, and he made it. And I remember me and coach Matt as well, we were just jumping like kids. It was a really great moment and great victory that I am happy that I was there. So this is the best moment for me.
And lastly, what is your favorite game day song?
The show goes on, Loop Fiasco. I really enjoy listening this song. I'm not that good with the name of the song to remember, but I always put it before the games or whatever I'm doing, competitive at least. I try to listen to this music. It's always was refreshing. But yeah, so this is it.
Thank you so much for being here. Thank you everyone for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you in the next episode of WOLFCAST.